Okay, so this might seem like a weird story, but when I was about about a couple years, well not well yeah, a couple years ago, around second grade, don't remember when this fully happened. But I know all I remember it was in the fall. I was just hanging out outside with my brothers and just my brothers were playing around and my brothers were being like my brothers were like younger and like didn't know very well. They didn't know anything because they're pretty dumb. But my brothers were pretty dumb, and I was just hanging out in the background. I was just hanging out as they. So I was just watching some YouTube, chilling out. Nothing pretty much. And then so I heard like my brother just to my brother. I have two brothers, and I just heard one of them say, "Hey, want to play Rock Catch?" And I was like, "Oh, Rock Catch is probably just a, it's probably just like a dumb game that made up." So I just let them play that game, and I didn't really expect it was. I really didn't expect it was like them really throwing rocks at each other. But okay, you might know where this is going by now, but so I was just not thinking they were throwing rocks at each other. I thought it was just a game that they like pretend about rocks. No, I was basically all. It was basically wrong. I never got any of that right, but so I was just still chilling out watching YouTube, doing nothing as usual, until I heard like a big smash. I heard a big smash on the ground, so I was like, oh, that's probably not. Oh, that's probably something dangerous. So I heard a big smash on the ground, and I was wondering what it was. So then, as I was doing that, I just went back to watching the YouTube video, and as my brother was near me, they threw a rock, and right at that moment, it hit my head, and so I was like, oh, something hit my head, and then like 3 seconds later, I just started to feel massive pain. I couldn't handle it. It was just very painful. It was like painful for so long. Then I started crying, and I started crying inside. And my parents, and then and my parents just saw me crying, and they were wondering what was happening. And then they saw me. My hands were full of blood, with my head bleeding so much. It's hard to explain this without getting demonetized, but okay, okay, let me try to get this without getting demonetized. My hands were full of red paint with even my head. That's how I describe it. Okay, I'm just saying that. My hands were full of blood, and I was just crying. My parents thought my brother got hurt or something. So then I just started, and they thought, oh, what's happening to Kevin and all stuff. My mom was just saying that, and then as I walked to them, they just start screaming. I didn't know I had blood. I just was holding my hand on my head, and I didn't even notice any of the blood. All I saw, and they were like, "Oh, frick! Oh, you should get something. There's blood all over your head." They just started freaking out and took me to the bathroom. Then they just started to get So then they just went to the bathroom immediately. They got some stuff to take care of me. My head was, it, I didn't go to the hospital luckily, but my head was all bloody and dry everywhere. I already have experienced some pain like that like before, but this was like worse. This was worse. So then after that, I was just. So then after that, I was healed, and my brothers were like My brothers, for some reason, my brothers didn't get grounded after freaking hitting me from in the head. That's pretty much the entire story time. There's no moral of the story. Maybe I guess the moral of the story: don't be stupid like my brothers. Yeah, that's all it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like this. Like the video if you want more. I'm not sure if I'll make. I actually might make more because this is actually pretty. I'm well. I'll try to think of stories I had before, but this is the end of the video. You don't. You can subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. I took that from Dream. But you can actually subscribe. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like my content. I guess that's the end of the video.